Welcome to the University of North Texas Spring 2022 Undergraduate Commencement Ceremony for the College of Music. This ceremony will honor students graduating with the following degrees: the Bachelor of Music in Music Composition, Bachelor of Music in Music Theory, Bachelor of Music in Performance, and Bachelor of Arts in Music. Our ceremony will begin in just a few minutes. Please take this opportunity to turn off the sound on all cell phones and other electronic devices. We hope you will enjoy this ceremony and remember it fondly for many years to come. Because this is a special day for all our candidates, we ask you to stay until the end of the ceremony. Now, please stand if you are able, and remain standing for the processional and the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the platform party. Dr. Neil Smatrisk, UNT President. Dr. Mark McClellan, Vice President for Research and Innovation. Mr. Kevin Fralix, Associate Vice President for Alumni Relations and Advancement Communications. Dr. John W. Richmond, Dean of the College of Music. Ms. Kim Noltemi, Keynote Speaker. Dr. Warren Henry, Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Dr. Felix Olszówka, Associate Dean for Operations. Dr. Emelita Marin, Assistant Dean for Business and Finance. Dr. Joseph Klein, Chair of the Division of Composition Studies. Dr. Kimberly Cole-Weveno, Chair of the Division of Instrumental Studies. Dr. Benjamin Brand, Chair of the Division of Music History, Theory, and Ethnomusicology. Professor Molly Fillmore, Chair of the Division of Vocal Studies. Dr. Andrew Traxel, Chair of the Division of Conducting and Ensembles. Dr. Jamie Hefner, Director of Graduate Studies. Dr. Mark Montemayor, Interim Director of Undergraduate Studies. Mr. Joel Wiley, Director of Admissions, and Mr. Devin Skinner, President, Student Government Association.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon, family and friends. I'm John W. Richmond, Dean of the College of Music. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to our Spring 2022 Undergraduate College of Music Commencement Ceremony, honoring students graduating with bachelor's degrees in music composition, music theory, performance, and with a Bachelor of Arts degree in music. Our ceremony is off to a wonderful beginning. I would like to take a moment to recognize our musicians. Organist Elizabeth Yu, a master's student with Jess Eschbach, performed the pre-ceremony and processional music this afternoon. Performing the national anthem and the alma mater are Michael Nguyen, graduating today with a Bachelor of Music in Vocal Performance and a Bachelor of Music in General Choral and Instrumental Studies, and Madeline Black, graduating today with a Bachelor of Music in Piano Performance. Help me thank them. I am honored to welcome Dr. Mark McClellan, Vice President for Research and Innovation, and Mr. Kevin Fralix, Associate Vice President for Alumni Relations and Advancement Communications, who serve on the platform party for today's ceremony. Thank you and welcome. And now, please join me in welcoming to the podium Dr. Neil Smotresk, the 16th President of the University of North Texas.
Thank you, Dean Richmond. Wow, what a great day, huh? Y'all excited? A little bit? It's okay, you don't have to contain yourselves. This is a really joyous moment. You get to celebrate today. You get to celebrate years of hard work, and it didn't just start when you got here, did it? It was going on long before that. A lot of discipline, a lot of focus. The fact that you were accepted into this, what I would argue is the best music school in the world, at least the country, now the world, really means a lot. And you've gone through a really rigorous curriculum of study. And I've learned a little bit about that in the past few years. Oh my goodness gracious, the things you have to do, the performances, the educational platforms, the cognate areas that you represent, amazing. And you amaze me. And I gotta say, it's with incredible delight that I congratulate you for your achievements this past 4 years, or 5 or 6, or however many it might have taken you. Anybody here graduate in 3? Wow, so you really need to be prodigious to graduate from the College of Music in 3. I mean, that's kind of crazy stuff right there, okay? But I suspect that most of you have enjoyed your stay. You've been challenged, you've been tested, you've been tried, and you've been found worthy of graduating from this great institution. So I'm happy for you. Now, by the way, in the morning, I said something which I actually firmly believe. I love the Murchison. It's a beautiful, beautiful facility. I mean, come on, there isn't a better graduation facility anywhere in this university. This is it. But it reminds me of Hogwarts. And you kind of all do too, Harry Potter-ish, except instead of magic, for magic's sakes, you've learned the incredible magic of producing spellbinding music. And I love it. And so you're here to celebrate with your family. Family, how you feeling? Families? Yeah, I'd be feeling good too if I didn't have to pay anymore. I remember when I hit Financial Liberation Day when my 2 children had gotten finished with college. It's pretty great. So congratulations, parents. It's time you went out and got that new car. Bought the lake house, whatever. You've made some deep investments, and I know that those investments will pay off. They'll pay off in your satisfaction at watching your sons and daughters go on and do great things, to be great performers, to be great pedagogists, to be wonderful in whatever area of music they excel at. And they're going to have a chance to kind of make the world better. Now, there's a couple things I should mention here as part of our dress code for today. The green robes. I started that in 2014 when I got here. I'm so happy because you look awesome and you represent the Mean Green family. I mean, that's great right by itself, but a number of you will have cords. Probably the most common cords you're going to see around the neck are cords that denote honors. Cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, highest honors. And there's a bunch of high honors that are being handed out to the College of Music today. Incredibly dedicated. Wait, I didn't even make any honors. I mean, I was really a bad student, and so I am heartened by your example. If I ever went to school again, I would probably ask one of you to help me study, so I could have done better. Of course, music wouldn't have helped a bio major very much, but that's okay. We have other cords representing the Honors College, other cords marking people who've volunteered in the community, our community engagement cords, and of course we have cords for those who've served in the armed forces of the United States. Those graduates are wearing red, white, and blue cords, and there may be one or two in the lot here, I'm not sure. One other thing I want to do is say, I'm a first-generation college student. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, where it was expected that I would become a laborer on construction. Now, if you've ever tried to dig a ditch in Buffalo in the winter, it's just not a good job. So college was highly appealing to me. And I liked it so much once I got started, I admit I drifted for a couple of years, and then I kind of went back and pursued a graduate education in a field and discipline that I really loved. But I'm really happy to know that there are first-generation students out there whose lives will be forever changed and transformed, who will be role models for their nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters, who will help their mothers and fathers live a better life because of what you've done, who will change your family tree. Are any of you first-gen students? Hands? Show of hands. Yeah, there's a few in there. Round of applause for our first-gen students. Many of you come from well-educated families, and you have role models of your own that brought you here, because this is a rather special major to be choosing. But I will say that probably about 43% of the students graduating this year will be first-generation students. So we are a social mobility elevator that's helping to change the region and to lift lives up, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And as any of you who go out into the profession, especially if you're going into some kind of educational programming, what you should know is you'll get a chance to change and transform lives too, and it's a real good feeling. So, you look great. You're all ready to graduate. You've performed at the highest levels during the weirdest years ever in the last 100+ years of college education. I mean, wow. How do you get to be performance majors when the school's closed and you're Zooming or you're remote? But you did it. You and your faculty members figured it out. Now, faculty members who are sitting behind me are fantastic, amongst the most qualified anywhere that you'll find, certainly amongst the most qualified in our university. So I'm going to ask you to do a good deed for today. Why don't you see if you can make eye contact with one of them and give them a big round of applause for a world-class faculty. So not only did you graduate did you go to school during very weird times, that should become a meme, you're going to go out into a world that's still got a whole lot of issues and challenges. I mean, not just a few. And while some of you may or may not directly attack those, you will be part of a generation we're going to call on for your leadership, for your inspiration, for your innovative characteristics, for your creativity to build a better society, a better culture. I mean, whether it's global warming or war, we've got a lot of things we need to fix. And I'm counting on you to fix them and help make the world a better place. You've gained terrific skills here, personal skills that are wonderful. I'm sure you know how to network, because how can you perform in a group if you don't know how to get along in a team and network? So you've got a whole lot of skills that you might never have thought that you had that are very marketable in this world. So don't be afraid to try new things, think differently, do stuff you never thought you'd do, travel, go places, explore the world. This is the time to do it, right now. Well, not right now, but, in a few hours. And go ahead and see what the world has to offer. Try new things. Get out of your comfort zone, unless you have a job, and then go do your job, because your mom and dad want that. Okay, so I just want to say to all the families, amazing job. I know that John will recognize the contributions the families have made in a little bit, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you've achieved. I'm proud of what you will do, and I'm proud to welcome you as new graduates and then as alum, into our Mean Green family. So I'll leave you with my 3 favorite words. Go Mean Green. Thank you.
Thank you, President Smotrisk. I am so very pleased and honored to introduce our keynote speaker, Kim Nultemy. Kim Nultemy joined the Dallas Symphony Association as Ross Perot President and CEO in January 2018. The position was recently named in honor of Dallas icon Ross Perot to recognize his legacy and commitment to the Dallas Symphony Orchestra. Since Nultemy's arrival, the Dallas Symphony Orchestra has embarked on a bold new strategic plan and has implemented numerous new initiatives that will have a long-term impact on the landscape of classical music in Dallas and in the entire industry. To cite one example, Nultemy launched the DSO's Women in Classical Music program, an initiative designed to elevate the role of women in classical music and increase female representation in the field. The program is intended to create dialogue about and opportunities for female musicians at all stages of their careers. Nultemy began her term as president of the Dallas Arts District Board in January 2020. She also serves on the boards of Dallas Black Dance Theater and Aging Minds, and she is a member of the Dallas Assembly, Dallas Summit, Dallas International Women's Forum, and Executive Women's Roundtable. Nultemy was named as a DCEO Dallas 500 in 2020 and 2021, and was a 2020 finalist for the Dallas Morning News Texan of the Year. Please help me welcome Ms. Kim Nultemy.
Thank you for the honor to speak today. Congratulations on your tremendous hard work and your talents to be graduating from this great institution. Your class is impressive in many ways, especially because you're among the few graduating classes in recent history who endured a pandemic as part of the college experience. I admire that you ably managed so much that was unexpected and difficult, and as a result, you are flexible, resilient, creative, and strong. In graduating from the UNT College of Music, you're ready to lead the way in the music industry, whether as a performing artist, educator, composer, administrator, or manager. Even if you choose a different field for your career, you will bring the skills and knowledge from your last 4 years to make you better at whatever you decide to pursue. The late, great B.B. King said, "The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you." We all have the privilege to be on a lifelong learning adventure. We have so much access, much more than in previous generations, and the motivation to take advantage of it. I personally know some recent and not so recent graduates of UNT College of Music. On my team at the Dallas Symphony, they are leading departments, they are musicians in the orchestra, and they work with us on a freelance basis to create our online concerts and educational programs. Every day I witness the fantastic work that they do, and I know that their preparation at UNT helped make them my stellar colleagues. Given what I do now, many people are surprised to find out that I studied East Asian Studies in college and came to music later in life after I started working at the Boston Symphony. So I had on-the-job training to learn how it all worked, to get familiar with the repertoire, the operations, the history, music theory, education strategies, and all the rest of it. As I was playing catch-up, the only way not to put my foot in my mouth was to keep my mouth shut. I never imagined that in my first few years in the field that my cramming years' worth of information about music would pay off because I would make this my career and my life's work. I was just trying to be credible with my many colleagues who are either professional musicians or had PhDs in music theory. In fact, I was pretty scared to talk with the BSO musicians, And that fact made me realize that there's a lot of work to do if your average person thinks that they cannot have a conversation with orchestral musicians. And I devoted a lot of my work to strategizing on how to change this perception. During my first 5 years at the Boston Symphony, my kids were young and I loved taking them to family concerts so I could learn more. 25 years later, after attending 200 or so concerts each year, a lot of you are still probably ahead of me in terms of your knowledge of music. But what we have in common, regardless of how we choose to use our education, is how we understand the value, power, and importance of music and the arts. To be happy and succeed in whatever way you define success, you will need to use all that you have learned and all you will learn as you get more life experiences to ensure that more and more people in this country value music. The genius composer, actor, and singer Lin-Manuel Miranda said, "I try to let my decisions be guided not by what I think will succeed or fail, but what I'm going to learn from the process." My career decisions have been guided by what I consider the transformational power of music and how to ensure that more people can experience this. It may sound cliche to some, but I literally have witnessed music bringing people to tears, bringing huge smiles and contentment, and changing lives for the better. Last year in early May, the Dallas Symphony invited 50 Met Opera musicians to perform Mahler's First Symphony with our orchestra in Dallas. It was the first time that the New York musicians had played with an orchestra or had been on a stage in more than a year. The tears flowed. They felt the fulfillment of doing what they were put on this earth to do. And one musician said, "I feel human again." Likewise, the 500-person audience who watched felt great emotion and will always remember that evening. We captured it to post-produce it and put it online, and PBS aired it on 120 stations nationwide. We just got notified last week that the show was nominated for an Emmy. That is one powerful example, but an even better one is the change in the lives of children who are able to join a community of musicians and start the journey. We have many hundreds of kids participating in 2 programs that create such a community. One called Young Strings has been around for 30 years, and the other was started in 2019 to emulate the El Sistema program that was created in Venezuela. We have witnessed incredible transformation in the students who joined the program 2 to 3 years ago. They now feel like they have found another family, and a door has opened to think about the idea of music as a profession. This was not even a consideration for them or their families just a few years ago. The incredible thing about orchestral music and music in general is that its impact can be felt in everyday life. There are recordings to hear, concerts to attend, or one can actively make music. A positive from the pandemic is that people missed going to performances, theaters, and museums. Another is that the federal government funded the arts in a big way for the first time in generations. Many people realized that they had taken for granted that organizations would always be there. Arts organizations got more creative and found safe ways to connect with audiences, whether that was online or outdoors. At the Dallas Symphony, we performed 400 chamber music concerts in the greater Dallas area, outside in people's front yards, driveways, in parks, in parking lots, outside of grocery stores, anywhere we could connect with people. We advanced our technology efforts to be able to regularly offer online concerts, and we mapped out a long-term plan to expand our online presence. Graduates of 2022, you are the entrepreneurs, the technologists, the big thinkers. Since you were young children, technology and communications have been part of your DNA. So this is another place where you are innately ready to take your love of the arts and share it. You are a generation of social advocates, people who care about racial justice and the environment. In your formative years, you've been impacted by seismic shifts in both good and bad ways in this country. Some of these events have moved you to action, have depressed you or made you anxious, but you will prevail and make this earth better as you use your networks and tools to live your best lives. Your passion will be needed because the road may not be easy. This is true of all industries, but perhaps more so in music. Figure out your ambitions and goals, keep your eye on the ball, work hard, and live one day at a time. Some days will be amazing, and some days will be heartbreaking, but you need to experience all of this to get where you're going. Treat yourselves well, take deep breaths, and build relationships. In the end, we are all in the relationship business. The people you connect with along the way may be your best advocates and help guide you on your career path and life's journey. One thing that is special about studying music is the deep respect for the history and learning from and building on that history to create something new and unique that brings joy. You are the future. We support you and want you to realize your dreams and your full potential. Seeing you all here today, I know the future is bright, and you will elevate and perpetuate all that is unique and touches our souls to make society and the world we live in better. I wish you the greatest happiness and success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Noltemy. Please join me in welcoming the Senior Undergraduate String Quartet, the Frieden Quartet, comprised of class of 2022 College of Music graduates Charles Latimer, Clarissa Tamara, Patrick David Hayes, and Alexander Paradis, performing the final movement of the String Quartet in F Major, American, Opus 96, by Antonin Dvorak. Please welcome them. That's pretty good. Kind of makes you proud, you know. Proud of our students and proud of their faculty. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Music, I offer sincere congratulations to each of you. May I ask that all of the 2022 Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Music candidates please rise. President Smatrisk. On behalf of the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Music, I am pleased to present to you these candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Music degrees.
Thank you, John. Well, it's a big moment. You're about to get your degrees conferred, and at that point, you will be the newest bachelor degree holders anywhere. So, on the recommendation of the faculty and the dean, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Texas through the UNT System Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you are certified, with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. And I'd like to ask the audience now to join me in recognizing and congratulating these new graduates. Well, that was long enough that they're going to have to do an encore. All right. With that said, I'll turn it back over to the announcer to tell you where you're going to go next.
Please be seated. As we want to be respectful of all in attendance today and the varying levels of caution that each graduate would like to exercise, graduates on stage will be offered an elbow bump or a handshake. Marshals, please usher the candidates to the stage. The following candidates have completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Music.
Alan J. Adams, summa cum laude. Jillian Linnell Boley, summa cum laude. Richard Michael Brocchetti.
Chung Shi Feng.
Alexander G. French. Amari N. Green, cum laude. Chuyu Hu, magna cum laude. Gabriel Ibarra. Teresa M. Lee. Victor Machin. Tyler Winston Caleb Miller. Charity M. Morrison, summa cum laude. Leah P. Sullivan.
Antonio Valdez, Jr.
Kaylee Lynn Veer. James T. Weston, cum laude.
The following candidates have completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Music in Composition.
Robert Alexander Halpner, summa cum laude. Stephanie P. Plumps, summa cum laude. Varun Raja, summa cum laude. Connor Wayne Simmons, magna cum laude.
The following candidates have completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Music in Music Theory.
Kyla Jean Canetta. Caitlin J. Swain.
The following candidates have completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Music in Performance.
Samuel M. Airy, summa cum laude. Madeline Carol Black, magna cum laude. Alana Drew Bronson, magna cum laude. Trenton Carr, summa cum laude. Yoon Jen Jo, summa cum laude. Jason Michael Colon. Emma C. Cook, magna cum laude.
Zoe Elizabeth Zarnicki, summa cum laude.
Daniel E. Dancer, magna cum laude. Paulina Gabriela Delgadillo, summa cum laude. Sarah Elise Denlinger, cum laude. Daniel J. Fletcher, summa cum laude.
Carl Mitchell Salva Galarotza. Phoebe G. Hahn.
Patrick David Hayes, summa cum laude. Charles J. Latimer, magna cum laude. Lat Can Leon, cum laude. David Frederick Lescalit. Rachel A. Levine, summa cum laude. Orisiana Rochelle Lewis, magna cum laude. Clifton Roy Little, Jada Catherine Murray, summa cum laude. Laura Daniela Melanes Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Dustin Vu Nguyen, magna cum laude. Michael Sam Nguyen, summa cum laude. Alexander J. Paradis, magna cum laude. Josue Daniel Reyes, cum laude. Veronica M. Roan, summa cum laude. Amy Lynn Sanders, magna cum laude. Colin D. Stavinoa, summa cum laude. Clarissa Tamara, summa cum laude. Nicholas Valencia, magna cum laude. Addison J. Vincent,
Hello, my name is Kevin Fralix. I'm Associate Vice President of Alumni Relations and Executive Director of the UNT Alumni Association. I want to be one of the first to say congratulations on your achievements. Earning a degree is worth celebrating, and I hope you are proud of perseverance and the determination it took to get to this moment. Now, more than ever before, your UNT degree signifies that you are a member of a truly caring, creative, and resilient community. On this very important day, you are joining the ranks with a network of imaginative leaders and innovators, people who are making a true difference. I want to all be the first to welcome you as official alumni of the University of North Texas. Your alma mater, located in the true heart of Texas, will help you form lasting relationships and create lifelong success. As you move on to pursue your purpose, remember that you are an important member of our UNT family. we're proud to recognize your accomplishment today. We want you to know that the UNT Alumni Association will be here to support you through every stage of your life and your career. To highlight UNT's commitment to graduates, we're happy to give each of you 1 year of membership in the UNT Alumni Association free of charge. What part of free do you not understand? As a member, you join a group of active, engaged alumni who are ready to help you succeed. So stay connected to your alma mater through the Alumni Association. Keep your contact information updated with us. Join us at alumni events. Participate in our Mean Green Mentors program. Follow us on social media and tell us about your successes so that we can celebrate you. And stay connected to each other. Network with UNT graduates as much as you can. Support alumni-owned businesses and maintain the relationships that have made your student experience here at this great institution meaningful. Now and then, take a moment to look back on your time at UNT, then go forward to do great things with the confidence that you have the lifelong support of this university. Lastly, to our graduates that have class rings, I received mine in 1983. I wear it every day. Please turn the ring to face away from you now. You're officially an alum. It's time for your ring, when it faces away, to traditionalize the symbol that you are ready to face the world. We hope you will continue to wear your UNT ring with pride as you work to achieve your dreams. While you may have started your time at UNT alone, you are now part of a network of people who believe in you, care about you, and care about your future. On behalf of the UNT Alumni Association, my board, and my staff, I want to officially welcome you to the Mean Green Alumni family. Congratulations, and if I can borrow 3 words from President Smotrisk, go Mean Green.
We've spoken a good bit about family today, about the Mean Green family, about your UNT family, but your other family is here too, graduates. And I think you might like one more time to give it up and thank them for the countless years and years and years of support that allowed you to be at this moment in your life. Give it up for your family today. There are some tiny members of your family here today, and I could not be more excited. You can hear them, and they sing beautifully. And just think, 17 years from now, they'll be freshmen here. I'm so excited. We never stop recruiting until you get a restraining order, so I'm just saying. To conclude our ceremony today, please join me in thanking our announcer, Dr. Jeffrey Snyder. And as I said, it goes without saying that many of you would not be here today but for the support of family and friends and faculty, just like those behind me on this stage, and your fellow students from whom you learn so much. Graduates, as you continue to move along the corridor of years, remember that your alma mater is a very special place at which you will always, always, always be welcome.
Now, Michael Wynn and Madeline Black will lead us in singing the alma mater. Please rise.
singing glory to the green, singing glory to the white. For we know our university is striving for the right. Down the corridor of years we'll forget the joys and tears. But North Texas we love.
Please be seated. And now, in what has become a College of Music tradition, the Recessional will be performed by students from the Jazz Division led by Professor Alan Baylock, featuring Caleb Pittman on trumpet, Carly Stock on alto saxophone, Yeon Kim on piano, Guillermo Lopez on bass, and Austin Crawford on drum set. After the participants have recessed, we invite you to remain seated until the conclusion of the recessional music. The marshals will now lead the recessional.